Welcome to the home of the Conversations with Concerned Citizens podcast. Here we talk about real-world issues in hopes to come to a solution. We are a solution-based podcast. We are your hosts, the Lurker and Godmomma. Please hit the like and subscribe if you're new here. We'll start the show shortly. Conversations with Concerned Citizens podcast. The Conversations with Concerned Citizens podcast. The Conversations with Concerned Citizens podcast.
We grand rising and happy Tuesday, family. What is this? All right, let me put my phone on do not disturb. I'm live at 5. Well, I'm live at 10. Y'all see the title? Come on in. I might switch up the title because I got a couple things I want to address, as well as the Tyler Robinson trial. Come in, hit the up like. I'm running a solo dolo chat. We got co-hosts slinging the mod stick. We are double streaming. I'm going to keep both double streams going because I'm not sure where. I don't have my co-host to reel me in this rising. And so I got a couple things I'm going to say. I don't know where this live stream is going is what I'm saying. I don't know if we'll keep it up on the C.C.C. or leave it up on the NAB. All right, y'all, come on. Get comfortable because, baby, first of all, I hope everybody had a wonderful and safe July 4th weekend. Not everybody got to go home. Not everybody got to celebrate. Some people went to jail. Some people lost their life. Okay? But for those of y'all who survived and have all your limbs and all that, I hope y'all had a wonderful holiday. And for those who didn't, we'll keep you in our prayers. Let's get into it, y'all. I don't have too much to talk about, but I do have a couple things. I'm not going to be up here too long. So hopefully I can keep it short and sweet. But trust and believe, I'm going to talk my ish first. Let's go. She definitely gonna be a nothing ass bit today on a Tuesday. All right, so we're back. I kind of looked over my notes real quick, and I'm gonna try my best to be as nice as possible. Again, we've discussed Charlie Kirk here and there, throughout the situation since he passed away, since his shooting, since his untimely death. We've discussed a little bit here and there. The trial is now here. Y'all know I love a good trial, and I love it when it's the white people. I do. I'm not sure why, but something about, listen, watching white people get justice, it just does something to me. It does. It really does. So I'm going to be keeping up with Tyler Robinson trial. I'm not sure how much streaming we're going to do on it, but I will stream. Right now, they're just in preliminaries. I want to see where the preliminaries go first before we start streaming, because there's a lot of interruptions. There's a lot of breaks. They streamed for 7 hours yesterday, but I think there was only like 3 hours worth of real court time. They did bring up a few witnesses just to clarify some things as if to what they're going to bring into evidence. The judge denied some things. The judge is getting jiggy. I like the judge. I like a judge that seems to be well-rounded. Justice should be blind. The end. And this judge seems to be okay. First things first, before the preliminary hearings took place, the judge denied the defense's plea to have the death penalty removed. All of this is taking place in Utah, baby. They got the death penalty. They believe in capital punishment. And the judge said, absolutely not. We're keeping it on the table. In order for that to go through, all 12 juries have to agree that he deserves the death penalty. So keeping it on the table isn't really a bad thing for the defense. It just means you have to go harder. And if Tyler is so innocent, this should be a breeze. I don't care what conspiracies are floating around. Hi, love bugs. Oh, I didn't even say hi to y'all in the chat. My apologies. Hello, chat. What's up, James? Hi, baby. How you doing? He's on both channels like always. Y'all, Godmomma's on vacation, but she has blessed us with her presence as slinging her mod stick over here. Hi, Will Intensive. Hope you had a great 4th, babe. Dookie Badass. Hey, baby. Hey. Y'all float in between chats. I'm keeping both live streaming. So if y'all want to talk your stuff, if y'all want to get jiggy in the NAB chat, you're more than welcome to do so. And if you want to switch over to the C.C.C. real quick and hit the like button, we're okay with that as well. Yay. You did have a good 4th. Awesome, Will. That's what's up. Okay, let me get back into this, family. Y'all know how I get. I don't really look at the chat too much when I'm doing solo shows because I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at other tabs that are open. I'm doing the most. I'm not really just in StreamYards. So forgive me, family. Forgive me. All right, let me get back into this, though. So the defense really has, I hope they're on their A game. That's just all I have to say. Because I went last night and I watched the preliminaries and I went back and did some research and sat and listened to some things, thought about some things, went back and listened to some more things. I haven't been heavily influenced by the media per se because I don't really keep up with Charlie Kirk. I moved on to other things. But now that it's trial time, I want to get the facts only. I don't really care about what Candace Owens and Andrew Kovic or Colvett are really doing. We're going to discuss some of the Twitter stuff going on because Candace is fired up. We all know Candace Owens has been riding hard for Charlie Kirk and ain't nothing stopping her. Okay? She is still on 10. So before we skip over to any of the Twitter stuff, though, let me refresh. I'm not sure if you guys are refreshed. Let me refresh everybody's memory of who this Tyler Robinson is. And once we're done with the Charlie Kirk stuff, I will be discussing the young boy who was named Nolan Wells. He passed away this weekend on a July 4th boating incident, and it has now sparked racial divide yet again. This happened, like I said, over the 4th of July weekend. It was, I think it was 3 white boys and 1 black kid, the Nolan. And he was about to turn, I think, 19 in August. So they're just teeny boppers going out on the boat. And 1 boy didn't make it home, and it happened to be the black boy. So social media is in an uproar about, racial division again. But I'll give my thoughts on that towards the end of the stream. Let's get down to business. Let me refresh y'all's memory on who exactly Tyler Robinson is, where he's from, how does this even correlate? My day is running way behind. Okay, James. Well, you just listen in. Don't worry about the chat and get caught up. I'm not going to hold you, James. Yesterday, I spent I would say about 4 or 5 hours in the bed during the day because I wasn't in the mood to do shit either. I still had to get up and do things, but I was in the mood to not do things. So yesterday was definitely a Monday for me. All right, let's pull up my notes, shall we, family? Okay. Tyler Robinson. Now, never mind. Let's just read into this, okay? I'm just giving y'all a little history of who this gentleman is, and then I'll play a clip for you guys that has to deal with further of who he is. He is born Tyler James Robinson. He is 22 years old. He's 23 now. He was 22 at the time. He's 23 now. He's from Washington, Utah. Okay. He was surrendered to the local sheriff's department family after the shooting because his daddy snitched. His daddy snitched. Okay. We'll get into that here in a minute as well. Let me get into where am I? Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. I just want a quick rundown. The day after the shooting, his parents convinced him to come to their residence after they recognized his likeness from the news images that authorities alleged were the shooter. Okay. Robinson, his family is a part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. His grandmother says that most of the family are Republicans and that they didn't know too many Democrats. They didn't mingle with liberals. Childhood photographs show that Robinson's family, they hunt, they fish, very outdoorsy. He graduated high school in 2021 while earning college credits. So that says that, he's got some intellectualness about him, some type of sophistication, some type of scholarliness about him. Okay, so he's done 3 years as an electrical apprentice at Dixie Technical College. Oh, so let me scratch that. Maybe he wasn't a scholar. Maybe he was more of a trade school person, which calling him a trade is kind of funny once we get into it. Hey, Egyptian goddess. Hey, everyone. Hi, smash it. Yes, and please hit the Cash App. What is this called? Our StreamYard bill is due. Well, not yet, but it is soon. Smash the like, hit the Cash App. Thank you. Okay, so that's just a little bit of his background. When we get into a little more personal side of Tyler, it has come out that Tyler is dating a transgender family. He's dating a transgender, a boy that wants to be a girl. The transgender and Tyler's roommate, they're again, more info will come. I'm not sure if they're one and the same. I'm not sure if he was playing footsies with his roommate and they're trying to identify them as two different people. I'm not sure. Conflicting reports, but we are about to start the trial. So we'll get all the evidence soon enough. I will say this though. There were Discord messages, there were text messages that say Tyler was guilty. Tyler was on a mission for Charlie Kirk. Okay. Turning Point USA is built out of Arizona, which is right underneath, Utah, Nevada area, right all over there. So those little states they're kind of weird. If you know Arizona, if you know the Southwest, you know that those states are a little peculiar. Okay. No disrespect. It's just the truth. The Southwest, I mean, when they made the movie The Hills Have Eyes, baby, they were talking about people in the Southwest. Okay, let's just say that. Trying to be nice. I will say this though. In those text messages that allegedly will come out in court, Tyler is saying, hey, I got to go back and retrieve some weapons. Hey, I went and did this. Hey, I'm a little spooked. Hey, whatever. The roommate had to be put under the Fed protection watch list, or not watch list, protection list, until trial started, basically. So it's the truth. Southwest, I feel signaled out. Well, I mean, Will, watch The Hills Have Eyes. You'll understand why. I'm not, again, please, if the shoe doesn't fit, it don't fit. But if it does, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? That's why they said there's Area 51 in New Mexico, Roswell, New Mexico, and all that other stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff happening in the desert. A lot of it doesn't get televised. Okay? But if you're from there, or you have family there, or you've spent some time out there, you know what I'm talking about. Hello? Why do y'all think Utah took... Never mind. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay. So we're going to play a little video on what a police officer has to say about the parents calling in, turning Tyler in, the roommate, the tranny, all those things. Okay, let's listen in over here. Let me share my screen with y'all. And this is coming from, what is this coming from? Court TV on Court TV YouTube. So I'll have to stop it frequently and give my 2 cents, which I will. We're about to listen to this.
This goes back to September 16th of 2025.
Approximately 15 minutes into the event, Mr. Kirk was answering a question about mass shootings by transgender individuals when a gunshot rang out. The bullet struck Mr. Kirk in the neck. He slumped to the ground almost immediately.
Hold it right there for a second, right off the top. And I'm wondering how big of a role that may have played if he's talking about transgender individuals.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry, family.
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked. Unlock bigger screens and better.
I accidentally clicked on the wrong. Hold on. I'm sorry, family. One moment. We'll unmute after this little commercial.
Transgender individuals. And that's the subject matter of what Charlie Kirk was talking about at the moment, in light of what we've learned about Tyler Robinson and his personal life and his lover transitioning or attempting to transition. To me, as a prosecutor, I would use that evidence. Like that plays right into the entire case that you're trying to build. Let's watch some more.
Well, it's trajectory.
And I have a question. I know Charlie Kirk was kind of hardcore and he was, but was he really? Well, yeah, I guess he was. I'll have to go watch some clips. I was going to say, was he really talking crazy about trans? Let's run this back, family. We got a little bit of time. Hold on. I need to go back and find the question. Charlie Kirk. I'm going to let this play and I'm going to go find the actual footage to hear the question myself. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. From Cheaters. Y'all remember the show Cheaters? We got Benny on the case. Y'all remember the show Cheaters? Good job, Godmomma. Vinny is on the case. All right, I'm going to play this and then I'm going to go find the actual Charlie Kirk video because I do recall them speaking gun violence Was it trans violence? I'll have to go watch. I didn't even think to do that. 1 second, family.
Passed closely to several other individuals beside Mr. Kirk, including the questioner who was standing directly in front of Mr. Kirk. Children were visible near Mr. Kirk's stage when he was shot. Mr. Kirk was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was declared deceased. This discovery led to an intensive review of UVU surveillance recordings to attempt to track and identify the suspect. Surveillance revealed the following. At approximately 11:51 a.m., the suspect entered campus from the north.
Hold on real quick. I wanted to say this as well. In the preliminary hearing yesterday, was it the defense or was it the prosecutor? The prosecutor brought out, it was the prosecutor. The prosecutor brought out videos showing Tyler Robinson. It was supposedly 2 times before Charlie got Kirk. Once, I guess like right after, and then him fleeing or something. So they have him on camera, UVU camera, 4 times. But what they showed, what they showed the judge yesterday was a compilation of edited videos where it had like arrows, red circles. And the judge was like, you will not be able to show this during the trial. Y'all need to come with the raw, unedited. And then when you get here, you can show the circles and the arrows and this, that, and the other. But he wanted the raw footage of Tyler Robinson being spotted before Tyler got killed, but before Tyler was spotted and after and all that. So the judge, he's not playing. He doesn't want any of this edited stuff. He doesn't care about all that. He wants raw, unfiltered, unedited. He wants the truth. So, baby, and of course, Erica Kirk is sitting front row and center. So, yeah, all that little work Turning Point USA did and handed it over to the prosecutor's office. The prosecutor should have known better. You can't be doing no edited videos and trying to submit it as evidence in a damn trial with death penalty. Child, no.
He is seen wearing a black shirt with an American flag in the center, a dark baseball cap, and large sunglasses. Throughout the surveillance, the suspect keeps his head down and rarely raises his head enough to get a clear image of his face. As he proceeds across the campus, he is seen walking with an unusual gait. The suspect walks with very little bending in his right leg, consistent with a rifle being hidden in his pants. This unusual gait continues until the suspect is seen crossing the railway off the open walkway and onto the roof, where he leaves the camera's view. A camera later captures
we got him. We're buffering. Hopefully they're not. Oh, it's this. Okay.
the suspect as he runs across the roof to the suspected shooting position. Immediately after the shot was fired, a camera captures the suspect running across the roof carrying an item whose shape is consistent with a rifle. The suspect is then seen climbing down from the roof. He appears to drop the item he was carrying as he hits the ground in a controlled fall. He then picks up the item and runs toward the northeast end of campus. Expanded crime scene investigation. Law enforcement officers followed the suspect's escape path to the northeast end of campus, where they believe the suspect left campus and entered a wooded area. In that wooded area, investigators found a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel. The rifle contained one spent round and 3 unspent rounds. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him the surveillance image of the suspected shooter in the news, He agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that police suspected the shooter used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift. As a result, Robinson's father contacted his son and asked him to send a photo of the rifle.
This statement right here, though, and I wonder if they're going to be calling the father to the stand, because they're doing the preliminary hearing part 2, and I'll be taking notes on that as well. But this is where I started to think, hey, maybe, because parents know their children. So if I saw my child posted up on a poster or on TV or whatever, if I saw a flyer of my child, I'd be like, that's my child. You know the way your child walks. You know the clothing that they wear. So when I heard this, because this is the first time I had heard this, I said, now hold on a minute. If the parent himself says that's my child and I need my child to come turn himself in, I'm sorry. I'm at liberty to believe the father. I know Charlie Kirk was anti-Israel. Well, I don't know if he was anti-Israel. I know he was anti-war on behalf of Israel. I know he was anti-AIPAC. I know he was not willing to take certain coins from certain groups because it jeopardized his core beliefs as a Christian man. So as much as I think Israel's involved in a lot of things, and I want to go with the microphone conspiracy, because I do not think it was a 30-06. I'm sorry. I've done too much hunting in my life with high-powered rifles, not assault rifles, high-powered rifles. I'm sorry. I don't know any human being that would not be partially decapitated by a 30-06 hitting them straight in the jugular. I just don't. I don't. So there is some conspiracies to be had. But was Tyler Robinson around? Did he have anything? I don't know. But I don't know. And if they're putting this on Tyler Robinson, then why does his trans girlfriend have all this detailed text and stuff? Why does the roommate, whether they're one and the same, still yet to be determined, why do they have all these text messages of Tyler saying, I got to go back and I got to get this and and I got to switch clothes? I'm confused. So whether they're pinning this, I'm saying if they're pinning this on Tyler, how is there these text messages saying I got to go back? I mean, I don't know. Now I don't know. I don't know. I want to go with evidence. I do enjoy conspiracy theories. But if Tyler is the shooter, we need full evidence of it. And if he wasn't, we need to know what's going on with these text messages. Was he hacked? Was he this? Why was the roommate placed under federal protection? Why did the feds have to put the roommate in protection? Was it because they knew he was also, I don't know. I'm really interested, and I'm so grateful that this trial did not go federal. It didn't meet the quota to go to a federal level. Thank the Lord. So we get to watch it all. We get to hear it all, watch it all, and come to our own conclusion.
Rifle. Robinson
Hey,
did
rope
not
shaker.
respond.
Hey, baby.
However, Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Robinson. Robinson implied that he planned to take his own life. Robinson's parents were able to convince him to meet at their home. As they discussed the situation, Robinson implied that he was the shooter and stated that he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it.
Uh-oh. Oh. 1 second. I'm having a hard time finding this video. Is it paused? What did I do? Oh, I have it on mute. Sorry.
Spreads too much hate. They talked about Robinson turning himself in and convinced Robinson to speak with a family friend who is a retired deputy sheriff. At Robinson's father's request, the family friend met with Robinson and his parents and convinced Robinson to turn himself in. The roommate. Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson, "I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet."
Okay, so the roommate is the lover. Why do we keep calling lover and roommate? Just say he lived with his lover. Or why are we even calling it lover? They were partners. They were in a relationship. Him and his trans girlfriend were together. So right there, when he said, what did he say? "I'm safe, my love," or something. Okay, so the roommate is the lover. Okay, just needed to confirm that.
"Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson, I am. I'm sorry." Roommate, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering." Roommate, "Why?" Robinson, "Why did I do it?" Roommate, "Yeah." Robinson, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence."
Overwhelming.
And then I just had another thought. Is that the sheriff's office? Why are they reading the text messages before trial? And I went to look for that video just by itself without Court TV's Mr. Vinny from Cheaters, without his commentary, but I wasn't able to do so. Why was this being all anywho? Y'all sure was putting out a lot of evidence. Okay, I found the original video of Charlie Kirk, what led up to his shooting. I'm not going to play it, but yes, there was that question, and it refreshed my memory. Like I said, guys, I didn't keep up with this, and now I'm back on it. There was the question of, he was saying transgenders, mass shooters, the boy who asked. And then the shot rang out when he was like, "Are we including gang violence, blah, blah, blah." And now, maybe we should watch it. Should we watch it, family? Well, it might be a little too graphic for our channel. Let me see what it shows first. It hasn't done the shooting yet. He's about to get shot right now. Let me see. Okay, it doesn't show anything too graphic. Okay. So I'm really excited about this trial because there has been so much conspiracy around it. I'm really interested to see how this is going to play out. Okay, so back to homeboy, Tyler, and his lover. And we're hearing their text messages. Sounds guilty to me. Sounds guilty to me. I was hoping I could go to my grave with this. However, I don't know. We're just waiting for the trial. We're waiting. And it's preliminary part 2. So, okay, let's switch gears. I'm about done with this Charlie Kirk stuff for now. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? Let me go through my notes real quick just to make sure before I step on over to something else. No, there's not. Okay. So that's it. And preliminary part 2 today, I'm going to be watching that for majority of the day, or listening into that for the majority of the day. And then I'll come back with some notes. Again, like I said, I don't think we're going to stream the preliminary just because there's too many breaks in it. And I'm not going to be up here for 7 hours and they only talk for 30 minutes and they go on break, talk for 30 minutes, go on break, talk for 30 minutes, go on lunch. I'm not going to do that. I'm ready for when we're doing witness after witness after witness, presenting evidence, all of that. Of course, a couple witnesses did take the stand, but that's just to verify evidence that's either going to be admitted or not. And the judge yesterday denied the footage that was compiled of Tyler Robinson being shown on Utah campus C.C.C. TV because they edited it. They added arrows. They added red circles. They just did too much. So that's why they're doing this preliminary and bringing up witnesses. No evidence has been shown to the public as of yet because, like I said, it is all preliminary. All right, let's move on, family. Let's move on. We've got a new race bait story for the public to feast upon. And I mean, while y'all worried about all these race baiting stories, how many data centers have you noticed around you? Or have you even looked up? Have you even looked out? Have you even seen what's going on? Okay, before I get into July 4th situations, I want to refresh the chat's memory. Godmomma and I did a show after Juneteenth, and we expressed our secondhand embarrassment because we are supposed to be celebrating our freedom. We are to be celebrating our rights as Black Americans, African Americans, however you identify. And instead, we used it as a time to kill one another, to beat up, jump, tear up. Family outings were ruined, all for the celebration of Juneteenth. Well, here we come July 4th. And I told Godmomma, I said, I'm interested to see what July 4th is going to bring. I didn't see too many places getting shut down because minors were causing a ruckus. Now, I'm sure there were some areas. I just didn't see too many. Not as many as I saw for Juneteenth. Could that be because the media proposed it that way? Of course. But I don't take media as face value. I do my own research. So does Godmomma. And that's how we were able to find out. Baby, we're embarrassed. Secondhand embarrassment. But here we go. It is now July 4th weekend. And we've got some more race baiting to do. It is a very sad story. And let's get into it. A young man by the name of Nolan Wells was reported missing on July 4th after he did not return back on a boat with a group of friends. He went out. It was 3 or 4 white boys and Nolan, who is a Black young kid. What is he, 18? He was supposed to turn 19 in August, I believe. He was missing. His body was later found near the area where he had went missing. There is public outrage. People are pointing fingers. They immediately went after Wells' friends. Social media is in a frenzy. Social media is in a frenzy over Charlie Kirk and Candace as well. We'll get to that in a few. But I just want to say this. Nolan Wells was not the only teeny bopper, child, minor, however you want to label him, because he is a minor if you consider him under 21, that passed away this weekend, family. There was a lot of tragic boating accidents, drownings. There were 12 people killed in crashes, 4 drownings in Georgia. Texas had like 7 deaths due to boat accidents and 2 drownings. There was a lot of boating accidents, and that happens every 4th of July. It happens when people start mixing alcohol and being out on the sun all day and operating vehicles that they shouldn't be while under the influence. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and say that Nolan isn't special and he wasn't the only to die. I'm just saying several people, more than several, at least 50 different separate boat accidents just between Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, Georgia. Just between here, there was all kinds of any type of coastal. There was all kinds of accidents, boating. If you were on a lake, somebody died. It's unfortunate. But I want to say this. We've all seen people go out with friends and not make it home. It's not always about race. And now people are trying to stir up the lady who, I can't recall her name, the lady who passed away, and she was having a sleepover with a bunch of white people, and she died under mysterious circumstances. Listen, people die every day. Sometimes it's race related, sometimes it's not. But to cause a stir to further divide people when we're already at a shaky grounding, we already have shaky footing, let's not pour more gasoline. Let's not. We don't know what happened with Nolan. Let's wait until we get some evidence. Okay, they're going to do an autopsy today. If they didn't do it yesterday, they're doing an autopsy because I think he was found yesterday. So he's at the coroner's expected autopsy. They're going to be doing the toxicology report, seeing if they're, what the cause of death was. People are already spinning so many narratives. The white teens that were with him said that he left his phone. They have his phone. It was recovered. He left it on the boat. When you're in water and you're on, I don't know how many of y'all use boats. I don't know how many of y'all go to the lake or go to the shore or, get out and do fishing and things like that. About 8 out of 10 times, I leave my phone on the shore or on the boat. I don't carry one of those waterproof cases. I might take a quick video and then tuck my phone up in one of the little cubby hole things. So leaving your phone on a boat when you're on a boating excursion and you're like partying and you're at your little island and you guys are like, what do you call that when you're boat hopping? You're not really bar hopping, but you're boat hopping and you're going from little spot to spot. Yeah, you might leave your phone on the boat because you're getting wet and you're this, that, and the other. You might. So I'm not going to put that past anybody and say, oh, that's suspicious, because it's really not. I leave my boat, like I said, my phone on the boat 8 out of 10 times. So I don't think that's cause for foul play. Now people are in outrage because the white kids went and lawyered up. Well, I would lawyer my child up too, especially after reading some of the stuff that's coming out online. Yes, get you a lawyer. Do not speak to the public. Do not add any more gasoline to this fire. Sit down and be quiet. How many times have you told your kids, if you get pulled over, if you get arrested, don't incriminate yourself? Okay? You ask for a lawyer. That's it. That's all. I don't find that suspicious either. But again, I don't have enough evidence. Let me hear what the autopsy report says. If the autopsy report says foul play, well, then go get them, white boys. Go get them. But like I just mentioned, there have been drownings, boating accidents. People lost their life this weekend because they wanted to go have a good time. Nolan was one of them. He was one of many. So if the autopsy says no foul play or maybe even drowning, we can't, if it wasn't, because when somebody's drowning by force, if you're drowning someone, there's going to be bruise marks, there's going to be fight marks, there's going to be defensive wounds, there's going to be markings of that. This young boy played football, so he was an athlete. That doesn't mean not all athletes can swim. Just because you got muscles does not make you a good swimmer. Okay? And if you've been intoxicated, we don't know did y'all take lunch? Did you guys eat? Were you drinking on an empty stomach? Had you been in the sun all day? These things play a factor. You can be on the water for 8 hours and come back delirious, dehydrated, alcohol poisoning, sun poisoning, all those things. The elements take toll. So I'm not jumping to conclusions, and I'm very irritated with how quickly social media is. Hey, Robzilla. Hi, baby. Hit the like. Boat and barbecue safety is a must during summer months. It really is. It really is. Stay hydrated, wear your sunscreen, make sure you're eating, make sure you're hydrated. All of those things. So if this, from what I've received as far as my notes go, I haven't heard anything about Nolan being an avid boater or familiar with the area. Now, as more time comes, I'm sure we'll hear more of it. Let me see. I'm going through my notes. Confirmed. Okay, they did confirm. His body was found yesterday. They did confirm. There is some footage being surfaced around where they have video footage, Snapchat stuff. People did record. And they heard, you can hear in the background somebody arguing, but there's no proof that it's Nolan or his friends. And his friends, from what I've seen so far, what I've been able to find, none of them had any marks on their body that showed any type of altercation. All these boys were shirtless. They're white. Marks would have shown up. So as far as reports have been stated, none of them have come out with any bruising or scratches or anything like that. Let me see. Get this off my screen. What is this? Okay. The mother has put out a few statements on Facebook. She says, I want to thank our family, friends, community, United Cajun Navy, local law enforcement, and everyone involved for the love, support, resources over the last few days. His father, our family, friends, and I are absolutely devastated. My heart is broken for my sweet son, who was always willing to cheer and uplift others. Nolan was a special soul. God took his time creating our son. I ask that you please give me and my family time to grieve. And that's all she had to say on that. So we will be waiting for the autopsy reports to come out. Okay. And I know people say, I've been seeing all over social media, this is why we tell our kids, don't be going out with them white people. Don't be going out, da-da-da-da-da. Well, excuse me, did we forget about Kaninka Jenkins? Have we forgotten about the girl who went on a birthday trip and her own black friends jumped her and left her for dead in another country and hopped on the flight back and posted all over social media that their trip was a success? Y'all act like black people don't kill black people. Y'all act like the only time a black person has died is by the hands of a white person, and that's why you should never be friends with white people. Come the fuck on. I'm tired of being race baited. I'm tired every time a black... Now, I'm not going to say that there aren't racially motivated crimes. Hello? Right now, concerned citizens are in the middle of covering Chud the Builder. I know for a fact that there are race incentive killings, incentivized killings, but not every single one. And until we can get some facts, some evidence, some receipts, how about we just stay quiet until we find out? And once we find out there's some foul play, then baby, turn up the heat. But until then, let's not pre-ejaculate here. Let's not shoot our shots too early. Our country is going through enough. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. Hey, Reef. Hey, baby. It is. The color obsession is just, I'm over it. I'm exhausted. And maybe it's because I'm a half breed. Maybe it's because I mingle with different races. I don't just mingle with white people. I mingle with all kinds of Venezuelans. I love Cubans. Don't get me started on the Asian culture. I love a good samurai. Hello. I love monks. Hell, if you really know me, you know I want to be a monk. I love other cultures. So I can't get in behind race baiting, but I will not turn a blind eye to racial injustice either. I'm not stupid and I'm not ignorant. So yeah, there's going to be some racial injustice. And like I said, we will cover those things. I like the way Chud the Builder is being handled over there in Tennessee. I love the judge he has. I love it. Okay. Bond denied. You antagonist. Set an example. Okay. So that's it. That's all. I just, I really don't like all of that, especially when we have work to do in our own culture, our own community. And if you don't want to mingle with white people, then don't. Okay? How about that? If you don't want to mingle with white people, then don't. Stop working for them. Stop buying their products. Stop buying their food and farming. Stick to Black owned only if that's how you feel. And I mean that from the bottom of my soul. Move around. If you don't like it, you don't have to. But I better not see your ass shopping at Target. I better not see your ass shopping at no Starbucks. I better not see you over here with your little Apple phone. I better not. You better have something Black owned in your shit from top to bottom. I don't want to see no made in China in your house. I don't want to see no made in Vietnam in your house. It better not be. It better be Black owned only, since you have so much Black pride. Since everything the white man's fault, then show me something what do you rely on? Okay? Other than that, understand America is a melting pot, and that's just what it is. And that goes for white people too. White people, if you don't like Black people so much, don't mingle. Go back to your segregated area and leave us the fuck alone. Don't worry about us. Okay? And that's just how I feel. I'm tired of it. I'm to the point where I bring back segregation. And those who want to commingle, let us commingle somewhere else. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't want to hang around just Black people only. I like to learn. I like outside things. I love different culture food. Sorry, not sorry. Okay? So, sorry about my little rant. It is what it is. I'm over it. If y'all can talk your shit, I can talk mine too. I really am. You're a monk, James. Teach me your ways. Teach me your ways, James. So, all right, y'all. And that's just what I have to say. And I don't care. Oh, look, numbers dropped. Somebody must have went live or y'all just didn't like what I was saying. And I said what I said, and I'll say it again. I don't. If you are unhappy with people's color of skin, well, then move your ass on. Move around. Okay? All right, y'all. I've been here 53 minutes. Let me hop up out of here. Well, no, let me see. I guess I could drop. Hold on one second. I could do this if somebody wants to come up, because I'm not at my hour mark and I don't have my co-host. I don't like something, I'm not going to hang around. But my opinion is, if you are United States citizens, I care about you. You don't even have to be a United States citizen. If you're just a decent human being, you know what I mean? I care about you, period. But I'm too cultured. Again, I'm a military brat. So I'm way too cultured to sit and say all white people are bad and I could never mingle with them. I'm way too cultured to say all Black people are ignorant and all they cause is drama. I'm way too ignorant to say that all Mexicans are this way. I'm way too cultured for that. So when I hear people complaining about it and I say, well, hey, why don't you just stick to your own? Then I shouldn't have to do that. Well, make up your mind. Save money. Move back to the motherland. Why is that never an option? Why is that never an option? Why is leaving this treacherous country of America that just does you so wrong? Why is leaving never an option? Why is stacking your coins? And you don't even have to go back to Africa. Why you don't move to Mexico? Why you don't move to Central America? Why don't you move to Canada? Why don't you move over to these other areas of Earth? Earth is huge. The globe is huge. Okay? There's a lot of beautiful countries out there that'll let you, whatever. What did Jim Jones do? Jim Jones moved and he started a whole cult and he did a mass killing with his cult. So what's stopping people who want to be segregated? Oh, entitlement. Okay. Well, I care about you, Reef. I care about you. James said, America. Oh, God. Well, I dropped the link if someone wants to come up. Please don't come to South America. Why not? If they're not happy here in the United States of America, then why not? People don't understand why I say something like that, and I have explained it on Shitty Great Panel. But when I get time, I'll explain it again. No problem. Stay hating where you learned. See? I'm tired of it, Reef. I'm tired of it. No, take that hatred somewhere else. Take that hatred somewhere else and move around. All right, y'all. It's 10:57. I hear the dog out there. Somebody might be here. So we don't want the American hate. Isn't that insane, Reef? We have so many good things in this country, but we have some of the most ugliest attitudes. Some of the most divisive people. And it's not just one race. It's not. We got some Asians over here that, you know what I'm saying, they hold some issues too. We got some Mexicans that hold some issues. It's unfortunate, but I am really tired of getting race baited. And I'm tired of the Black community turning a blind eye to what's outside their own doorstep to get online and address some white people. Go address your neighborhood drug dealer. Go address, you know what I'm saying? These niggas standing outside not working. Go address these men that are trying to, pimp out your children. Go address that. But no, you'll get online and spew hate. And that's why those white boys went and lawyered up. They already getting death threats. We're just coming off the Carmelo Anthony, and now y'all are looking for new targets. Child. We do. We find a way to hate. Oh, you don't do this. Oh, you don't do that. We find a way to hate. We really do. Suburban versus urban. In some situations, yes. Rich versus poor. Not always, but in some situations. I see where you're going with it. Hey, Vicky, we're at the end of the show, Mama. I think you're over on the NAB. We double streamed today. I don't know where I'm going to keep this up at. I don't know if this is C.C.C. appropriate today or if I'm going to keep it on the NAB. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just waiting for this last little hour so we can process and get up out of here. We do find a way to hate, to complain. Yeah, it's insane. Light versus dark. I mean, all of the above. All of the above. What else has been going on? Well, you know what? Honestly, don't even care. I don't, forgive me. I'm already drained just from this little show. Let's just tolerate each other. Or don't. What happened to ignoring people? Why does everything have to be addressed? What happened to minding? Don't Black people say, mind your business, mind your business? What happened to that? Can we go back to just minding our business? Minding our business. Okay? Nowhere is paradise. No. Mm-mm. And I said this time and time again, as bad as America has been and gone through and all these other things, I have yet to find a country that I'm willing to live out the rest of my life with all the accommodations I have here in the States. Okay? If I was younger, if I was 20 years younger, I'd probably be like, let me go build somewhere else. I'd probably pull a nature boy and go build something somewhere and live out in the tropics. But I'm a little too old. I don't feel like digging a well and a ditch and a trench and building mud houses. I'm a little too old for that. I'm a little too accustomed. So, all right, there's my 1 hour mark. And shout out to my co-host. She was in the chat. She is on vacation. She will be back soon enough. I had to come in and at least bless y'all with something today. Even if it was just me, bitching and complaining. It is what it is. So on to Tyler Robinson, family. Have you ever traveled? Have I? Reef, don't ask me something silly like that. Yes, I've traveled. Outside of the States, in the States. Yes, I have traveled. I have visited both North, South, Central Americas. I need to take another trip. My dad's talking about doing a family cruise soon. So we might be trying, now that my kids are older and they can actually, not carrying diaper bags around. Now they can actually enjoy it. So we'll be doing some more travel. And y'all, my son just got his pilot's license. So he is able to fly solo dolo. He is a big boy. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot more traveling coming up. Both my kids. Yeah. So yes, that's why race baiting doesn't really work on me. Because I've traveled too many places. I've seen too many things. I've come from a mixed family, a multicultural family. Okay? Multicultural. Y'all tend to forget my mother is a daughter of an immigrant, a German immigrant. Okay? My grandpa is an Ireland immigrant. Only my grandma's family were slaves. The rest of my family were immigrants. So that's why I move and groove the way I do. That's exactly why I move and groove the way I do. Because you know what I'm saying? Not only have I been taught things, I've also been shown things, and I've also got to experience things. And that is what keeps some of these people so ignorant. They have not stepped foot out of their home city. Some people have never left their home state, which is crazy to think about. But it's the truth. Some of these people here in America have not taken full capacity of their rights as an American citizen to travel freely amongst 50 states and 2 territories. Okay? I'm about to be taking my kids to Puerto Rico soon, so they can visit other cultures. I haven't found one, James. I haven't found one. Now, I have looked, but I don't know. America has spoiled me, child. I like hot Cheetos and bean dip. Okay? I like red 40 and bean dip. Okay? And I like AC. I like cold soda pop. I don't drink a lot of soda pop, but if I do, I want it cold. Okay? I like that I can walk down the street. If I want to walk down the street in a tank top dress with a thong bikini under and a gun on my thigh, I can do that. While bumping fuck Donald Trump. I can do that. There's not a lot of other countries that offer me that right, and where I can, you know what I'm saying? Move freely. So, all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank you, Reeve. Thank you, James, for keeping me company. Hey, Vicky. I said hello. I think Robzilla stopped through earlier. Godmomma, will intensive Egyptian goddess. All right. Thank y'all all for coming through today. And if you have any comments or feedback, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Leave them in the playback. Okay. If you disagree with how I feel, or if you disagree with what I stated, come on, baby. Come on through. Okay. The food, the healthcare. I don't know about the healthcare, but we got some decent food here. Not all the food is healthy, but we got some decent food. You just got to know where to go. Some of our farmer markets are thebomb.com. Okay. Reef, there you go. James cares about you. You're welcome. Well, all right, y'all. Peace, family. Salute. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll be back. What am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow. I have something going on. Oh, no. I got to be at my shop tomorrow. I might go live from my shop tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We might do a live stream where you guys can watch me do plants. A YouTube live stream. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.
Like my release, this is a part of what I do to have fun, and I'm a creative. Creativity, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's what keeps life interesting and makes it have fun. Makes me have fun.